Yesterday, Elon Musk gave a rare sit-down interview at a New York Times event called the Deal Book Summit, which was hosted by CNBC host, that's like the financial channel, Andrew Ross Sorkin. And he was pressed about the advertiser exodus and his recent trip to Israel after the latest accusations of him being anti-Semitic because he responded to a post agreeing that the ADL has been on the forefront of pushing anti-whiteism. And his comments will forever be in the Hall of Fame as perhaps the greatest comments ever made by the CEO of a media company when responding to an advertiser boycott.
There's a public perception that that was part of a apology tour, if you will. That this had been said online. There was all of the criticism. There was advertisers leaving. We talked to Bob Iger today.
I hope they stop.
I hope they stop.
Don't advertise.
You don't want them to advertise?
No.
What do you mean?
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go yourself.
But
go yourself. Is that clear? I hope it is. Hey, Bob, if you're in the audience.
Hey, Bob, he said, meaning Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney, because Disney is one of the major companies, along with Apple and just IBM, a whole bunch of major brand names pulled out in response to the latest fake news about Elon. And so obviously he doesn't care now. While this headline does appear as if it would be satire, making a point about Elon's lack of concern about his political correctness and the effects that it has on advertisers fleeing the platform, as you now know, this is 100% real. While this is hilarious, it's obviously not going to help with Twitter's revenue problem. They were already poised to lose $75 million, and it's also obvious that he's going to have to transition it into a subscription-based service sooner rather than later. And he's already started doing that by charging people to get verified. There's a secondary tier which blocks all advertisements from users, so when you're scrolling through, you don't have to see all those annoying ads. There's also a third tier recently that gives users access to Grok, which is basically Twitter's ChatGPT, which can generate all sorts of text. I'm sure they're going to launch one that also generates images as well. And that's just what he's going to have to do. HBO started as the first subscription-based cable channel back in 1972, believe it or not. And that way they don't have to worry about advertiser boycotts. If somebody doesn't like what they see, then they just don't subscribe. But Twitter's got another problem, a big problem, because even if they're able to financially sustain the platform as a subscription service without any ads, they still rely on the Apple App Store. Now, the Android App Store, you can still sideload apps that are not in the actual App Store, but Apple uses what they call a walled garden. And if an app is banned from the Apple App Store, you can't just go and download it from the website onto your phone like you can an Android app. And Elon faces the very real possibility of having Twitter, X, banned from the App Store, especially within the next year. As the 2024 election approaches, the heat is only going to come down on him even more. And so I would give it a high probability that the app is actually banned from the App Store. But fear not, Twitter users and free speech advocates. Gab was banned from the app stores many years ago. I think in 2016 or 2017, but you can still use it basically as an app on an iPhone by opening it in the Safari browser and then just saving the website to your home screen. There's a function to do that. And then it functions basically like an app. It might not function quite as fast as an app, but you still can use it and it's still very functionable, minus the push notifications, which you don't need anyway. The only reason you need a push notification on your phone is really for text messages or emails. You don't need push notifications every time somebody is liking, replying to a post that you made on social media. And this is also how I'm able to stream InfoWars and watch Alex Jones' show because they banned the InfoWars app. So you just go to Infowars.com and then you save to home screen and then you could just open it up and stream Alex Jones' show that way. So that's what Elon's probably going to have to do. I hope he knows this. He may not know this. He may be so arrogant and juggling so many different things, managing Tesla and Twitter and SpaceX and the Boring Company. He may not really grasp what it is that they're planning to do to him and his platform. I posted this on Twitter in April of 2022, over a year and a half ago, as soon as Elon started discussing or went into talks to buy the platform, saying, I don't think Elon knows how much wickedness is going to come his way to try to derail his plans for this platform, his other companies, and his life, just like Donald Trump. But now he's starting to see that. Twitter also faces the real possibility of going bankrupt. Now, that doesn't mean that it may be shut down. It would hopefully just be a reorganization. They would just write off a bunch of debt or screw a bunch of vendors. But maybe the platform would still be able to be operative, but who knows? A judge overseeing the bankruptcy may try to force the sale and then just turn it over to somebody like Mark Zuckerberg, who's going to turn it into an ordinary big tech platform that bans, most reasonable discussions and criticism about certain groups of people and facts and opinions and jokes, and bring us right back to where we started.
No. Actually, what this advertising boycott is going to do, it's going to kill the company.
And do you think that
and the whole world will know that those advertisers killed the company, and we will document it in great detail.
But those advertisers, I imagine, are going to say, we didn't kill the company.
Oh yeah.
They're going to say,
tell it to Earth.
But they're going to say that they're going to
tell it to Earth. He says,
say, Elon, that you killed the company because you said these things.
No, it was actually a leftist activist group. It was Marxist groups that oppose free speech that harassed advertisers into fleeing based off of fake news and smearing people like Elon Musk and nitpicking a couple isolated posts that nobody sees other than Media Matters, who they gamed to show an advertisement next to. And let's be real, many of the advertisers that are left on Twitter are garbage. And that's actually putting it lightly. I would call them scams. Many of them are getting community noted, which is the crowdsourced fact-checking, because they are deceptive, or scams like this. Oh, play 1 hour, you get $100. Download now. It's just amazing that they're actually allowing advertisements like this to even be placed on the site. That's how desperate they are for money. Here's another one for a video game that has a community note that says the game doesn't even look like this. This is an animation to trick you into downloading it. So Twitter is in big trouble. I don't want to say that Elon got in over his head. I'm certainly not an Elon fanboy who just thinks he's the most brilliant man in America because he's made some terrible decisions regarding the platform already. I won't rehash those. But I got to give him credit where credit's due. But as a media analyst and a critic, got to call him out on his BS as well. Like not allowing Alex Jones back on the platform. And speaking of advertisers, you guys know that unlike virtually every other YouTuber, I don't shill other people's products. I just promote my own, my books and my shirts, and you can get 20% off of anything from markdice.com this whole week by using the promo code Trump Claus at the checkout. And of course, Trump Claus is back for a limited time. The classic Donald Trump as Santa Claus sweatshirt, which is available in red, green, or black. And a t-shirt as well. So head on over to markdice.com or click the link in the description below. Enter the promo code Trump Claus at the checkout to save 20% off of everything this week. And check them out.